Hello, my good people. Hope you are doing great. It's your boy Forbidden Knowledge here, and today, what we are gonna talk about is about since tunaelekea our election in 2027, and I have a few things that I wanna talk about because why not? So, since we are heading to our elections in 2027, and the government, as we all know, we are practicing democracy in Kenya. In Kenya, we are based on the democracy, and democracy tunajua is a system where the government power is vested directly or indirectly, where people are actively participating or true representative. That's democracy. And we are having like election every 5 years, and for me, I think for the case we need to not to do that, because tukiangalia vizuri, we are using a lot of resources, we are using a lot of money in election rather than in economical development. Why am I saying so? Like sa tukiangalia, since we are heading to elections in 2027, a lot of leaders are stealing money, are taking money to use in politics. That's not a lie, that's a fact. Like Sai, leaders are keeping money, a lot of money, for them to be able to give out during the campaign, ndio wapigiwe kura. So ukiangalia, the whole process is taking a lot of money, whereby leaders are stealing a lot of money to use in their campaigns, or money that should be given in projects or allocated in certain projects are being taken to be used in campaigns. Now, the ideology ni, since we all see that we are just doing the same thing over and over again, like if you are electing a leader and he doesn't work, like kama afanyi kazi kabisa, we wait for another 5 years to elect him out. And sometimes in the process he can change, au anaweza onga watu, give them money, and still they will vote for him again. Now, this system of government, as you can see, this system of governance is consuming a lot of capital, a lot of funds that tukiweka vizuri, if we put the money like in other projects, in other investment for economical growth, ama hata ku empower youths for them to make employment available, and for youth to get either to be employed or self-employed, and to be funded by the same money that is being used in campaigns. Like, if we can see, we have leaders who are working very well. Like, for instance, you can see some good leaders like Ndindi Nyoro is working very well in his constituency. Now, a leader like him, why should we even need to again go a re-election to get to elect again a leader like him? Why? Because he's working, people have liked him, he's doing a great job. There's no need for a re-election for such a leader. Such a leader should be given a lot of, like, he should even not, there should not be a re-election for such a leader. Such a leader anafaa awachwe to continue working, because his work is seen, watu wamependa kazi yake, for him to bring more to continue doing more projects, more investment. And as we can see, if your work is good and inaonekana, there's no need for you to be voted in again for re-election, because tukiangalia, the whole process is a lot of money is being wasted. Now, what should be done is they do away with terms. Like, even after 5 years election, they do away with it. And if a leader is in office and is not working, then he should be vetted out. Like, they should vote him out and put another leader who will rather do the work well, rather than waiting for 5 years again to put in another new leader. See that process, we will save capital, we will save money that will be used in other project. Like, so if leaders who are working very well, like now we can see in 10 years a leader is barely to say that to see what a leader has done in 10 years. But if a leader is given a lot of time, let's say maybe 20-30 years, if he doesn't work, he will be re-elected, he will be forced to go out of office, and another leader will be brought in. But now you see this system we are using is, we are giving a leader maybe 5 terms, a leader has not done the work, and we vote him out, we bring in new leader does the same thing, another 5. If you can see, the process is just consuming money. But tukiweka leaders wenye wata work, kama leader amework fiti, kazi yake imeonekana, and we give him time, more time, even hata asikuwe na hiyo 5 years term, a continue until time maybe he will resign, or he will be going for another seat. Maybe tuseme kama alikuwa ni MP anataka usenate ama anataka governor, then that's great, we are again electing another new leader in that position. That's way a lot of good work will be done, and there will be a progress, there will be economical development, our GDP will go higher, because now leaders will not be focused with like it's remaining with 1 year, let me save some money that I will use in campaign. We remove the campaign thing, we get out the campaign thing, because we need working leaders, we don't need new leaders. That's the fact. If the leaders that we are putting, they are not working, then we vote the leaders who are not working out, and we vote in the new leaders who are working. But for the leaders who their work is clear, they have shown that they can work, and they are doing work to the people, why should we even have a re-election of such kind of leaders? We should leave the leaders to continue with more terms for economic development, for them to continue doing the same thing that they were doing. For, as people are saying, it's a good thing, it's leading to development, it's leading to creating more employment, it's leading to economical growth. There's no need for us to go election for such leaders, and that way our economic development will go higher, our GDP will go high, everything will be working good. And for those leaders now who are not working well, and they were elected in, then those are leaders that we should concentrate on getting them out of office and getting new leaders. For that way tutawak fiti and the country will do well. Like for now, as you can see, tunaelekea elections now. Leaders are running up and down, collecting large sums of money that will be used in their campaigns to at least to keep people in touch, to print, like printing t-shirts, printing capes, printing doing a lot of stuff, going to funding programs. Like a lot of money will be used, and if you can clearly tell, that's not their money, that's money that should be used in development. So if tukitoi kitu ya re-election after 5 years, utaget like leaders will not be taking money in, that there will be no re-election, knowing that if they are gonna take money, they're gonna be known, and if they are not working, we vote them out. Rather than after 5 years you find like who leader tumemweka 5 years hajafanya anything, tumemtoa, we have brought in another new leader, tumemweka 5 years ameiba pesa, tumemtoa. It will be same and over thing, and that's now encouraging corruption. But if we do away with the re-election after 5 years, it's better. For like wale wanasema like it won't work. Why? It will work. For those leaders who are not working, tunaona tu leaders wenye wanafanya kazi, na wale wenye wafanyi kazi, then we vote them out, we get new leaders. Pesa zenye wangetumia kwa campaign, pesa zenye zingetumika hizo road nini zote, ziwekwe kwa investment somewhere else, ziwekwe kwa development project somewhere else, and For instance, why we even having a re-election of presidency? Like we know very well, Ruto is going to run 2 terms. That's unavoidable. That's something that is, hata tujaribu kuiwekaje, that's something we cannot do away with. Ruto is going to run for 2 terms. Now, if we can see what's the need of us going for a re-election of presidential seat, and we know very well he will win, he will run for the second time. Now what should be done is this, the entire time that wameka campaign sijui nini elections, he should be given that time to continue doing his project for 10 years to end, ndio another leader again. And if he could have worked very well for his citizens, why should we not even add him another years? And that's it. In that way, our economic will grow very rapidly, it will go high. Lakini like 5 years re-election, so tuseme a leader like Ndindi Nyoro, we can see his work, he's working very well, even he's being questioned how he's doing his work or where he's getting his money to do his project, but ni mtu amejipanga, ni mtu mwenye anapiga hesabu zake correctly. Now a leader like him, why should we even have a re-election of such a leader? It's like we are using money, wasting money on campaign, wasting money on election materials. Yet the leader has shown he is capable of working, he has strength, he has the capability, ako na uwezo, and he has shown. Why should such a leader be given time to do same work, continue doing same, hadi mwenye waseme now nimechoka, ama I need to go do something else, I resign, then we vote in another leader. For that way, could we not be saving money? Could not our economy go high? Could not our GDP go high? But sasa imagine again such a leader, tunajua very well even if we are going to have a re-election, he's going to win. So what will be wasted there is money. Why? Printing those campaign materials, kuranizo campaign zote, lazima aonge wananchi, lazima. So in such a way that I don't see the need of us having elections after 5 years. That's just wastage of money and encouraging politicians to steal money for them to be able to run for those seats. But if we could go in a very strict and straight way, like if a leader is not working, tunamtoa tu kwa ofisi. It will be simple to do that. If a leader is not working, then he is taken to Senate, they vote him out, put in another new leader who can work. Sasa kama sahi, leaders are running up and down, stealing money, stealing a lot of money that they will be using in the campaigns. Watu watakuja kupewa so punch thou for those leaders who imagine mtu ataweza tumia do yake yoyote, then akiingia akose kuregesha kwanza pesa yake. So it means you won't be able to work for you maybe a year or 2 ndio recover do alitumia kwa campaign kama ni yake, kama hakuiba. So in a year or 2 you won't see any development mpaka make sure amerudisha do yake. Na kama alikuwa amepewa do, like kama investors walikuwa wamemfund, ndio akiingia maybe they will like having a deal, wanampea do ya campaign, then akichukua hiyo kiti, then he had to do how they agree. So he will need to return the money as agreed in percentage. Hiyo pesa atatoa wapi? Citizens money. So lazima arudishe hiyo do in 1 or 2, even 3 years. Amuoni any development in your constituency. Why? A leader went, took money, akakuja akapigia kampeni, akaprint shati, akafanya nini, akapea watu pesa. Now mmempigia kura, he need to return back the money he borrowed. Huyo ni kama maybe hakuwa kwa kiti, akaiba tena kutoka kwa ofisi ndio atumie for campaign. But if we do it in another way, how? Like we not necessarily have a re-election after 5 years. Tunaangalia tu leader afanyi kazi, chomoa weka another new leader. We will get leaders who will be working very perfectly, who will be working, who their work will be seen in a short period of time rather than kungoja hata 5 years ifike. Mtu in 2 years kama hajafanya anything, why is he even there? Why is he even working for his citizens? Yet citizens ndio wamemweka pale. Kama citizens wameona no work done, hakuna road imewekwa, hakuna development yoyote, hakuna youths wamepata kazi, why is he even being left there for 5 years? Mtu akiingia kwa 1 year kama hajafanya anything, we rather vote that person out and get another person who is working, who is capable of doing the work, who understands what should be done, kama anasimamia his citizens. So we should rather see on how our democracy is helping us, because if you can see these elections after 5 years, tukiangalia tu vizuri na broader and perspective way, is eating a lot of money. It's taking a lot of money that should be used in projects, in developments. Leader kama Ruto sahi, we know very well he will run for the second time, na hata hii second term ni yake. So we're gonna see he gonna waste a lot of money in campaigns. Atagawa pesa kwa kanisa, millions of money. Atagawa pesa kwa youths, kwa vijana wa ndudhi. He will use let's say even not millions, billions to run his campaign, knowing very well he will retain the seat. Now if we do away with the re-election, hiyo pesa itakuwa imeseviwa, hiyo do itakuwa imerun some other projects. If he is not working, we rather not wait even for those 5 years to end. We put in another leader who is capable of working. Tumeona kuna leaders wenye they are very sharp, they are very intelligent, they are very brilliant. How they work, how they present their work, how they raise the economy, how they create employments for youth. We have very capable leaders who end up unnoticed, who end up not being seen there, but tunaona tu kabisa they are working, they are doing work. So such kind of leaders, why are we even having re-election of such kind of leaders? Unless even leader anasema I need to resign, I need to go for a higher seat, hapo ndio tunaangalia who should we place there. But having a re-election after every 5 years is money consuming. It takes a lot of money. It takes a lot of money in such a way the government also need to budget for the election material and campaign money, everything, and also leaders need to steal a lot of money or borrow money from investors for them to run their campaigns. But if we could do away with that, tunaangalia tu leader mwenye afanyi kazi, tunamchota nje, we put in another new leader without even looking at the tribe, without being biased, huyu anatoka side gani, huyu anatoka side gani, then the country will run very well. Giving an example of Kisii Township member of parliament, you can see he's not a Kisii, but the way he's conducting his work, the way he's helping with development in his constituency is insane. And the leader is not a Kisii. They just believed in him, wakampa hiyo kiti, and he's working very well. I don't think if kama kuna mtu mwingine mwenye atachukua hiyo kiti, unless yeye mwenyewe ameamua ameresign ama amego for higher seat. Now even if we have such kind of leaders in every constituency, in every county, then where will we go wrong? Youths watapata kazi, the GDP of the country will go high, there will be no corruption, there will be no stealing money to run unnecessary campaigns. Hakuna need, itakuwa na need ya kuonga watu, kupea watu do, and it's for the greater good. So it's my opinion, it's according to me, that there's no need for a re-election of after every 5 years. It's time consuming, it's money consuming, and it encourages corruption. Thank you guys. Have a nice day.